What's up YouTube? My name is Sam from Reproductions Extra, and today I'm back with another What If. This is What If Goku was raised by Vegeta. Now, this one's going to be another improvised one because I've been quite enjoying these lately, if you've ever seen any of my current Naruto runs that I've been doing. And my last Dragon Ball one as well. So I'm just going to jump straight into this and see how it goes. So, when Goku is sent off planet Vegeta, he is intercepted by the likes of the Frieza Force ships. Seeing that as it is a child, Frieza thinks maybe he should raise it himself. And then he thinks he want even better, make the likes of Prince Vegeta raise the child. So he is sent to the likes of Prince Vegeta, Nappa and Raditz, and ordered by Frieza for Vegeta to raise him into a proud Saiyan warrior just like he is, all condescending and such. And Vegeta doesn't really want to do it, but since Frieza is far, far more powerful than him, he does it anyway. This has a very knock-on of a side effect. As we know, from the likes of Dragon Ball Super, we state Saiyans training together is the best way for them to grow stronger. So when Kakarot would actually be to the point where he starts to train a lot more, they start to realize he is growing quite rapidly in terms of strength. He is catching up. To the point at the age of 5, he is as strong as Raditz is at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. He's even stronger than what Raditz is. And seeing this, Vegeta is of course jealous in the terms for how quickly he is growing, but at the exact same time realizes that he is growing not because of the Zenkais that he's been given, which they are being quite a lot, but the fact that he is training. And he thinks maybe if he did some of that as well, he would be able to do it. But first he wants to try and get Kakarot up to at least his level. Over the next few years, this happens. Let's say by the time he is 8, he is able to get as strong as Prince Vegeta is now. And let's put him at a power level of, say, 16,000. Not quite the 18,000, but 16 after a few Zenkais over the years. And he is getting strong. And now that Kakarot is up to his level, he then starts to train together more and more. Them getting quite stronger. By the time Kakarot is 16 years old and almost a fully grown Saiyan, he's about 2 years off at this point, him and Vegeta have reached a power level of about 50,000, with falling behind those two, which is Nappa and that of Raditz, at a power level of about 20,000. They don't train as hard as the Prince trains that of Kakarot. And the side effect that this has is that Kakarot is steadfastly loyal to the Prince. But at the same time, he resents him a bit for the way he is being trained. So, over the years, put a few more years ahead, let's bring you up to the age of 21. 23, which is about the time they start in that of Dragon Ball Z. And Vegeta and Kakarot have gotten far stronger. Their power rivaling that of first form Frieza. They don't know about any of his other transformations, and they've even learned to suppress their power. Not to give it away that they're getting stronger and stronger. They still tread like dogs' bodies. That is when they find out about something. The Dragon Balls, the rumours, and decide to go and hunt for them. This ends up bringing them to the planet Earth. A Upon their arrival on Earth, there are these creatures flying about the air. Demon King Piccolo is currently running this planet. As they land upon this planet, they are attacked by these flying demonoid creatures, and they are just wiped out without a second of hesitation. As they are going through the planet, they end up meeting Demon King Piccolo Jr., who wants to fight these new intruders to his and his father's planet. And he stands no chance whatsoever. He is beaten into a pulp. Not killed, just beaten. To the point where he can't get up. He is then interrogated about the Dragon Balls, but he doesn't want to give anything up. As Kakarot rolls his eyes, putting his hand on that of Piccolo Jr.'s head, and reads his mind, a technique he had picked up many years ago. And he tells them that the Dragon Balls are in his father's palace, and they fly towards it. But not before knocking out the likes of Piccolo Jr. As they get to Demon King Piccolo's palace, on the way, Kakarot tells them not to kill him, because if they kill him, the Dragon Balls will become inert. As they move through the palace, destroying it bit by bit, until they reach the throne room where the Dragon Balls are, Demon King Piccolo sat there waiting for them, overconfident as always. Kakarot looks at that of Radix, and just tells him to knock him out, which Radix does, obeying that of his brother, since Radix in this story is still the dog's body. Knocking him out, they use the Dragon Balls. And as for the wish, they could not wish for immortality using these Dragon Balls, as they are too weak to be able to grant them to such powerful beings as themselves. Not really knowing what to wish for, they all think. And Radix actually comes up with an answer. Instead of that, how about wishing for them to be able to grow stronger, have a better potential? And thinking about this, that is the wish they choose. As the wish is made, they all feel like they can grow stronger. They don't know by how much, but they feel like they've had their potentials expanded and unlocked. This in turn actually increases their power, pushing their power level to 600,000, just higher than the likes of Frieza's. But knowing that there were Namekians on this planet, they decide to head to planet Namek instead, thinking there might be Dragon Balls there as well. And they do so. They leave this planet. They don't even bother destroying it, because they might come back one day for the Dragon Balls. And just leave. It takes them about 3 months to arrive on that of planet Namek. But upon their arrival, they are not the only ones there. They are encountered by that of the Frieza Force. And this is where their true plan comes into initiative. They start dismantling the entirety of the Frieza Force, but leaving the Namekians, because they know they are needed for the Dragon Balls. Frieza does not know this. As they're moving through, destroying one lot of soldiers after another, eventually they make their way to Frieza's ship, where he has gathered about 4 Dragon Balls at this point. Frieza is amused to see these monkeys and their rebellion. Now, as I said before, Vegeta and Goku's power level is at this point about 600,000. As for Radix and Nappa, it's about 400,000. They are still behind the two other Saiyans. This does annoy the likes of Radix and Nappa as well, since Nappa was classed as an elite warrior. But they kind of come to realise something. That class doesn't matter when you have the potential to use the power. Vegeta still thinks of himself as the best warrior in the entirety of the universe, but Vegeta kind of always has thought that. As they stare down Frieza, amused by the likes of what they want. The Dragon Balls, as Frieza toys with them a bit. But this isn't the same Kakarot, the same Goku. And at the same time, it isn't the same Vegeta. Over the years of them training together, Vegeta has been kind of humbled in the sense, and also realises that he kind of needs to take threats out when they are in front of him. And Frieza is a huge threat. He can't allow him to power up, even though he doesn't know that Frieza has other forms. And Frieza tells them that they can have one hit on him. Let's to see if they could even scratch his perfectness. As Vegeta and Kakarot charge up a Gallic gun, Nappa with that of a mouth beam, and Radix with a double Sunday, they fire it towards him, hitting him, sending him towards the sky. And this is where it differs. Frieza was confident. Too confident. Overconfident. As he feels his body starting to get destroyed by the force of this blast, he loses an arm, a leg, and as he's getting pushed towards one of the three suns in the sky. As the beams stop, he is launched in towards one of the suns and killed. Him, overconfident, didn't even assume that he could even be hurt by them. They end up gathering the Dragon Balls, going from village to village asking for the next one, since they know that of what they need. Guru even allows them to use the Dragon Balls. Even though he can sense darkness in their heart, they did save him and his people. And that they are told they get 3 wishes. And as for their 3 wishes, we will pick that up in the next video. Until the next one, look left, look right, and where's the music?